All right, Mr. Johnson, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Johnson, you're before the court for a plea, State of Georgia versus Keith Nathaniel Johnson. You're represented by attorney Justin White, who's here with you in the courtroom. Mr. White, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court? 1, obstruction of an officer, 2, obstruction of an officer, and 4, criminal trespass.
Your Honor, he's pleading to count, I guess this is 4 criminal trespass. The 2 obstructions are to be null pros, Your Honor. And he's pleading guilty.
All right. So, Mr. Johnson, by entering a plea of guilt to criminal trespass, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest shall negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes.
All right. Factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On May the 7th, 2023, officers were dispatched to Jonesboro, Georgia, in Clayton County. Your Honor, the officers were dispatched because of a domestic disturbance. Your Honor, the officer indicated that the victims, who in this case were defendant's parent, call indicating that defendant was cursing them out. Your Honor, the officer indicated that the victims stated that whilst they were waiting for the officers to be present at the incident location, the defendant then locked the door, stood in front of the door, and locked his parents out of the house. Your Honor, when the officers arrived, the officers made contact with the defendant. The officers then requested defendant for ID. Defendant refused. The officers asked for defendant's name and date of birth. Defendant refused. Defendant then started acting aggressively towards the officers. The officers then proceeded to arrest defendant. Defendant stiffened his body to pull away from the officers, trying to avoid being handcuffed. Your Honor, that is the factual basis. The state recommendation will be counts 1 will be non-pros, counts 2 will be non-pros, counts 3 will be 12 months to serve 25 days. The balance will be suspended and do not return and stay away.
All right. So, Mr. Kotoroki, make sure that the record is complete, that you have the address that they're to stay away from and the name of the victims who they're supposed to stay away from. So this is Mr. Johnson. Mr. White, on behalf of Mr. Johnson, do you have any concerns about his ability to enter into this plea?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Kotoroki, did you want to provide that information?
Yes, Your Honor. The first victim will be Mr. James Keith Johnson, and the second victim will be Miss Alana Johnson.
White, anything else on behalf of Mr. Johnson?
Your Honor, I just want to put on the record Mr. Johnson has been in jail since May of this year. He's been in jail for a while. We did file the motions he originally pled not guilty back in June. Then we filed the motions. The motion was continued, I believe, 2 times, and it's kept being put on different calendars, hence why he's been in jail for such a long time. Based on some information he told me the last time I spoke with him, we just gone ahead and decided to enter a plea, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Johnson, my apologies for the extended stay. The court is going to accept your plea. I'll sentence you to 12 months to serve 25 days credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you do not go back to the incident location and that you do not have contact with the individuals listed for the remainder of the 12-month period. Okay. All right. You can go back with the sheriff's office and you should be released today if there's nothing else holding you.
All right, guys, buckle up, because this case opens with a moment that quietly carries enormous weight. In just seconds, we watch a man give up some of the most fundamental rights anyone has in a courtroom. No dramatic outburst, no music, just a calm exchange that seals his fate. The judge's words move quickly, but every sentence matters. This is the point of no return. You can feel the gravity settle in as the plea is entered, and even though nothing explosive happens yet, the tension is unmistakable. It's the calm before the storm, setting the stage for what no one in that courtroom, or watching, expects next.
All right, who's the gentleman coming forward?
Oh, Your Honor, the victims in Mr. Johnson's case are here. I believe they wish to speak.
All right, let's hold Mr. Johnson up. Come on up, sir. Come on up.
I'm James Keith Johnson, father of Keith Johnson. I do not feel threatened by him, and it's okay for him to return.
All right, so Mr. Johnson, let's have a brief conversation. So how old is your son?
Could you repeat?
How old is your son?
27.
Okay, and does he have any issues that the court should be aware of?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so no concerns for mental health or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right, so is he living separate from you?
He's living with us. He's a resident there at 655 Washington Drive.
Okay, what is the reason that he's living with you as a grown man?
We was helping him out.
So, Mr. Johnson, I'm a parent, so I speak as a judge and a parent, and I've been doing this for 11 years. It is hard for adults to be adults in the same house. If somebody doesn't have skin in the game, then...
All right, guys, this is where the entire case takes a sharp and unexpected turn. Just when it seems like the matter is finished and the defendant is headed out the door, the victims step forward and everything stops. What follows isn't a legal lecture, but a deeply human confrontation. The judge shifts from procedure to truth, peeling back the real issue behind the charges. This moment hits hard because it's not about punishment anymore. It's about accountability, parenting, and adulthood. The courtroom becomes a mirror, and what's reflected is uncomfortable, raw, and impossible to ignore. This is the moment that makes the case unforgettable.
If they want to be an adult, but they ain't put nothing on it, it's very difficult, and that causes a lot of problems. And a lot of what I see when there's conflict between a parent and an adult child is a parent thinking that they're helping an adult child when really you're breaking their wings. Because until somebody gets out in the world and learns what they need to do to go forward in the world and be successful, then any attempt to help them really is a hindrance. Every successful person that I know personally, whether their parents communicated it to them like verbally or whether they made it clear at the age where they finished high school, you can do any of these things, military, college, trade school, work,